Today we are going to teach on the subject microprocessor on the topic architecture of 8085. So today we will discuss about architecture of 8085. So first of all we will discuss about what is 8085. 8085, it is an 8-bit microprocessor. It is an 8-bit microprocessor because it can access 8 bit of data at a time. And it has some, it is introduced in 1976. In 1976, its memory capacity is 64 KB, 64 KB, and it requires plus 5 volt power supply. It requires plus 5 volt power supply. These are the information regarding 8085. That is the introduction about 8085. Before the architecture of 8085, we have a little bit idea about what is 8085. So these are the points. Again, we repeat. 8085 is an 8-bit microprocessor. It is 8-bit microprocessor because it can access 8 bit of data at a time. And it was introduced in 1976. It was introduced in 1976 and its memory capacity is 64 KB and it requires to operate plus 5 volt power supply. Then we are going to the architecture of 8085. Means we are doing layout of 8085. So when we are coming to the layout of 8085, the whole architecture of 8085 is divided into 3 main parts, that is ALU, register and control unit. The whole layout of 8085 is divided into 3 parts, that is ALU, register and control unit. What is ALU? That is arithmetical logical unit. That means this is the area where various computing functions are performed. This is ALU. Means here we can perform addition, subtraction and multiplication. These operations are performed in ALU. And the second one is the register, that is otherwise known as storage device or the memory device. Means whenever we are doing some operation in ALU, it used as a temporary storage device or it is used as an input to the ALU. The last one is the control unit. Control unit means it provides control signals and timing and control signals to that how to operate the whole architecture of 8085 or the whole control of 8085 is on control unit, that is timing and control unit. Its function is to provide the timing and control signal. Again, the register is divided into 6 types. The register is divided into 6 types. What are that? That is accumulator. Accumulator. The second one is GPR. GPR is standing for General Purpose Register. And the third one is stack pointer. The stack pointer. The fourth one is program counter. Program counter. The fifth one is instruction register. Instruction register. And the sixth one is temporary register. These are the classification of register. The register is of 6 types, that is accumulator, GPR, stack pointer, program counter, instruction register and temporary register. So what is the function of accumulator? The function of accumulator is, it is known as register A and it is otherwise known as register, it is an 8-bit register whose name is register A, otherwise named as register A, and its main function is to act as an input to the ALU, like that is ALU. That is ALU. So that is the accumulator is act as an input to the ALU and again the final result will be stored in accumulator. Whenever we are doing some addition operation or some subtraction operation, like if we are looking at two data, that is like 5 and another one is 6. Another one is 6. First one is the accumulator and second one is the temporary register. Here we are using the temporary register to act as the input to the ALU, and it is for the temporary purpose. Temporary purpose we are storing the input data, and then here the addition operation we perform. 5 plus 6 is equals to 11. So the output will be 11, and the final result will be stored in accumulator. By defaultly, the final result will be stored in the accumulator. That is the main function of accumulator. When we are asking about that, what is the main function of accumulator? It's store the final result of ALU. Whenever ALU performs some operation, the final result will be stored in accumulator. That is the function of accumulator. The second one is GPR, that is general purpose register. GPR, that is general purpose register. It contains 6 8-bit register like B, C, D, E, H and L. It contains 6 8-bit register, and all registers are 8-bit. Each register is 8-bit. So it contains 6 8-bit register B, C, D, E, H, L, and all are 8-bit register. So whenever we have to store 16-bit of data, because it is an 8-bit register, it can store 8-bit of data at a time. So when we have to store 16-bit of data, then we can pair the two register or the combination of two register. Then we are pairing BC and DE and HL. These are the valid register pair. So the definition of register pair is to combine the two register. The combination of two register is known as register pair. When you are combining two 8-bit register, it forms 16-bit register, so that we can store 16 bit of data at a time. So these are the valid register pair. The B can only pair with the C, and D can only pair with E, and H can only pair with L. These are the valid register pair, and the HL pair is known as memory pointer or used as a memory pointer. The HL pair is used as a memory pointer. That is all about general purpose register. Now we are coming to stack pointer. Now we are coming to stack pointer. So first of all, what is stack? What is stack? Stack is a sequence of memory location. What is stack? Stack is a sequence of memory location. That means when the memory registers are arranged in sequentially, it is called stack. That means stack is a sequence of memory location. These are the memory locations which are arranged sequentially in that manner, like 2005, 2006, 2007 and 2008. So that the whole the memory register is known as stack. And the second one is stack top. So what is stack top? Stack top means the last memory register, the last register is known as the stack top. So the final register or the last register of the stack is known as stack top. The next is, what is stack pointer? What is stack pointer? What is stack pointer? Which store the result of the stack top is known as stack pointer. So we are discuss about stack, stack top and stack pointer. So what is stack? Stack is the sequence of memory location. What is stack top? That is stack top. The last memory location of the stack is known as stack top. And what is stack pointer? Which hold the address of the stack top? The register, a 16-bit register, which hold the address of the stack top is known as stack pointer. And it is always used LIFO principle. It is always used LIFO principle. LIFO principle means what? Last in, first out. That is the LIFO principle. It is always used LIFO principle, last in, first out. Like we are enter a book into the memory register, first that one, again that one, and whenever we are pull some books, the last in is the first out. So it is always used LIFO principle, that is last in, first out, and we are stored the data by using push operation. We are stored the data in the memory location by using push operation, and we are retrieved the data by using pop operation. We are retrieving the data from the storage device by using pop operation. So we can say that in the stack pointer we are using push and pop instructions. So that is all about stack pointer. Stack pointer we are including stack, stack top and stack pointer, and more 2 points, that is LIFO principle and push and pop instructions. That is all about stack pointer. The next one is program counter. So what is program counter? Program counter, it is also a 16-bit special purpose register. The first one, accumulator, is 8-bit register. The GPR is 8-bit register. But when coming to the stack pointer, it is a 16-bit special purpose register. And the program counter, it is also a 16-bit special purpose register. So whenever we discuss about program counter, it stores the address of the next instruction to be executed. It stores the address of the next instruction to be executed. Like you take an example that if we have to perform some addition instructions and we have searched the add instruction in the storage device in the memory location where 80 basic instructions are stored, and like we have to perform add instructions. So the address of the add instruction is automatically stored to the program counter. So program counter means what? Program counter means it is a 16-bit special purpose register, that is otherwise known as SPR, which store the address. It stores the address. It stores the address of the instruction which to be executed, which going to be executed, that automatically come to the PC, which address is come to the PC. That is all about program counter. Then next we are coming to the instruction register. What is instruction register? In instruction register, what perform? Instruction register means from the name we can identify that it store the instruction. It store the instruction, and we already know that in 8085 there are 40 pins and 80 basic instruction, and it also has 246 opcode. So that means it is a storage device, one kind of storage device instruction register is, and it store whenever we are fetch some instruction from the memory location, the address, whenever we are fetch some address in the memory location and then we are download it or we are store it, it is automatically stored into the instruction register. And instruction register, it is also a 8-bit register. That means the content of the instruction register is always in the form of 0 and 1. The means whenever we are taking an instruction, like example, move A comma B, then what is it? Upcode. It has some upcode like 76 or whatever, maybe 76. So it's binary. Its binary means in the form of 1, 2, 4, 8. 7 means it represents 0, 1, 1, 1. And 6 means it represents 4 and 2. That means 8 and 1 is 0, 0. So 0, 1, 1, 0. In that manner, that content will be stored in the instruction register. So we can say that whenever we fetch some instruction from the memory location, it is automatically loaded into the instruction register, and the content of the instruction register is always in the form of 0 and 1. Why? We have 246 opcode. That means opcode means machine code. Means microprocessor cannot receive move A comma B. It requires some binary data, so it has hexadecimal. In hexadecimal form, it is 76, and then it is converted into binary, that is 0 111 0 110, and that will be taking as an input to the ALU or to the microprocessor. That is all about instruction register. Then next and the final is temporary register. Temporary register. What is temporary register? Temporary register means from the name we can identify that it is used for temporary purpose. It is used for temporary purpose means during the ALU operation, during the ALU operation, like that is ALU. During the ALU operation, when the ALU taking the input, one is accumulator, from accumulator, another one is temporary register. So that means during ALU operation, it acts as an input to the ALU, and it is also an 8-bit register. It is an 8-bit register, and the temporary register is act as an input to the ALU, and during ALU operation, it is used temporary purpose. That is all about temporary register. Then next, the final one is it also include flag register, that is not in the list, but it also include flag register. In the flag register, it is not the classification of register. Finally, in the layout of architecture of 8085, there is some register, that is flag register, and it is also again divided into 5 types. That is carry flag, auxiliary carry flag, zero flag, sign flag. These are the parity flag. These are the classification of flag register, but that is not in the list of architecture of 8085.